Good morning, my people. Top of the top. Peace and blessings to everybody. Sir, it is Friday, September 5th, and I want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. With him, all things is possible. Top of the top, everybody out there moving. All my kids back in school. Please go to school and arrive there safe. Parents who are taking their kids to school, you also arrive there safe. And as you go on back to work or go home, you might have a day off. Please get to where you're going safe. Everybody be aware of their surroundings and where they're going. I hope everybody's feeling blessed and appreciated and thankful for another day. And with knowing with him all things is possible. What's up, my good people? Welcome for my newcomers, all my people who've been here. Shout out to my 3 new subscribers for yesterday. I appreciate the 3 new subscribers, and I hope you guys continue to come back, and I hope you share the word channel, that we actually act civilized over here. We actually act like human beings over here. We actually have adult conversation here. We know how to control ourselves over here. And we love just chopping it up, rather if it's a life or about boxing. One thing's for sure, two things for sure. One thing's for sure, two things for certain. We're gonna keep it respectful over here, because that's what we do. I got my boy underrated one, the number one grinder, who's supposed to be joining me. Um, if he's up, but if not, the show will go on. So we're gonna talk about what we usually talk about, life, right? So let's go. So for my newcomers, my regulars, everyone, welcome to the No Duck Zone podcast. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Ah, damn, you beat underrated here. I sent him on, and he wasn't even on here yet. I don't think another person could get on here. I think it's only one. What up, Bree?
I
Oh,
know. What's up?
ain't nothing. Your volume low as shit. Oh, here you go. Yo, take that Washington Commanders jacket off, man.
Negative.
Yo, you know what's so funny? We was talking about the worst crowds in football, and I'm with Tiff last night. We were in this bar that we always go to, and guess who's playing? The damn Eagles and Cowboys. I said, now, ain't this something? And Free just brought their ass up yesterday. I didn't get to fully watch the game because I broke out, but I said that's crazy. We was just talking about these two teams. You know who won that last night? If you watched it,
Eagles.
damn, damn. Yo, your volume's down, Free. Your volume's down. Or maybe it's me. Hold on. Maybe it might be me. All right, go ahead now.
They're not. The
Yeah,
Eagles
that
won
was me.
24. Yeah, Eagles won 24-20. But both their defense looked suspect. They didn't really stop anybody.
Oh,
Um,
damn.
I mean, it was only like maybe 2 or 3 stops. The first half of the game, they didn't have a single punt. Every team that got the ball, I mean, both teams, every time they got the ball, they scored. Neither one of the defense stopped anybody. I think there was only like maybe 3 sacks the entire game combined. I think Philly had 2 sacks on Dak Prescott, and I think Dallas had 1 sack on Jalen Hurts. Both their defense looked very suspect.
What the hell? Is everybody was afraid to touch everybody? What the hell? Was it COVID?
No, they both their defense is just bad.
Sound like to me everybody was afraid to touch somebody. What the hell are we talking about? God, yeah. I mean, it is the beginning of the year, but
It
it
was a,
is
it
what
was
it
a,
is.
it was a. I mean, I ain't gonna say the defense was bad. I would say their run defense was bad. Like the run defense was suspect on both ends. The
I
Eagles
sent it to
kept
you,
throwing the ball.
underrated. Underrated. I don't know if you can come on because I don't know if it allows another person on, but I sent you the link.
He probably
So
don't
you
know
can
that that's. He probably don't know that that's the link. He probably looking for
Nah, you can't look for that. You're on regular YouTube. You're not. It ain't on StreamYard. Go into your
yeah, yeah,
DM on Instagram. I sent it to you. I sent it to you right off after we got off IG last night.
yeah. The first time that you sent it to me, it didn't look like a link to the chat. I mean to the live stream. So I know what he's looking at. It doesn't look like a link, but
Yeah, it
you gotta
doesn't look
click.
like it, but
Yeah, you gotta click it, and then it's gonna say open up the app. You hit open app, and it'll send you to the live stream.
yeah, I like doing it this way because when I was doing it through StreamYard, it was a pain in the ass. I honestly, I like it. I like it better this way. I really do.
Yeah. But yeah, no, yeah, both their run defense was subpar. Like the Eagles couldn't stop um the Dallas from running, and Dallas couldn't stop the Eagles from running. Nobody had like no real monster game far as rushing the ball. It was a rush by committee. Jalen Hurts rushed for 2 touchdowns. Dallas running back rushed for 2 touchdowns. Saquon Barkley had 1 touchdown that he rushed in, and that was it. Those were the total of touchdown. Everything else was field goals. That was it. There was only
Mm.
four touchdowns. Only 4 touchdowns scored. They was all runs, and then it was 3 field goals kicked the entire game. That was it.
Yeah, well, it is the beginning of the year, so for them, it's the beginning of the season. So as the months go on, we'll have to see what goes on with that. You know how some people are in the beginning.
Yeah.
As the time go on, and football, you know what's so crazy? Football is not a. It's not long. It's really not
Uh,
long.
it will be very shortly
Why you say that?
because they talking about going to 18 games.
What?
Yeah, they talking about going to 18 games. That I mean, that's been the talk for a long time. They just moved it to 17 games a couple of years ago, but
Oh man.
they've been talking about going to 18 games.
So what's that? Like the end of February, March? Because football ends in February. Like what are they trying to do?
No, all they're gonna do is cut down on the preseason games, like they did. They cut one of the preseason games out.
Stephen L. Mack, what's up, my guy? So, okay. I mean, what do you think
I
about
mean,
that? You think it's a good idea?
um, yeah. I mean, I think the season should go until like March, because they got a. I mean, if you really think about it, they got a break in between February. Like you don't really get any football between February and April. April is usually when the draft happens, but between there, you don't get a lot of football. I mean, you get the free agency period. Um, so people talks about the free agency, but other than that, you don't really get any football. It's similar to like basketball, but see, basketball they have the summer league where you see them playing basketball throughout the summer. For the football season, you only get 3 preseason games. Like basketball, they played the whole summer. The D League played the whole summer, so you get to see basketball. If you're a basketball fan, you can watch basketball throughout the entire break of them being out of season because they have the summer
Yeah.
league where they letting
Which
the guys that's trying to make it to the team or the
what you
guys that they just
yeah.
drafted.
What you just reminded me, I have to start watching the D League because they got that D League pass. You just reminded me. I got to start watching that, man. I need to start keeping up. Even though I'm not a big NBA fan like I used to be, but I still need to keep up with the up and coming. I'm glad you mentioned that
Yeah.
because I haven't watched that in a
Now you
minute. I got to get back to watching that.
Yeah, even baseball season. Baseball, you get the spring camp, and so the whole spring you get to watch baseball until baseball season. So everybody they pretty much stay active until the actual season come, except for football. Football is the only one that you really get a vacation from your job. You get a pretty much a 3 to 4 month vacation before you got to come back to work.
So for the players who are get used to, all right, let's say so. Say if it did go to March, what does that do for the players that's not used to going that far? Because you got some players that be like, man, I'm used to February, and then that's just it. Damn, we got to put in one more month. Jesus.
Well, that extra month is not for the players. It's for I mean, it's for the players, but it's only for the players that make it to the playoffs. The
Yeah, but that's
January and
what I'm. That's
February.
what I'm. That's what I'm. That's what I'm saying. Like those guys that be like, damn it.
Well, I mean, you ain't got to play. Don't make it to the playoffs. You ain't got to play. That's an extra paycheck for you. You don't want the extra
He said,
paycheck?
you
Don't
ain't gotta.
don't
You
make
ain't
it.
gotta play. Just don't make it to the playoffs.
Ain't nobody
Yo,
forcing you to
free.
make it to
How
the
you gonna
playoffs.
tell them not to make it to the playoffs? You want to complain, just don't make it to the playoffs.
Hold on, I'll be right back. Hold on, I'll be right back.
I got you, man. Oh my God. Goddamn D free, boy. That's my brother. He is a nuts. Uh I don't know if she can hear me. Good morning, Mrs. Free.
Good morning. How are you?
I don't know. I want to know how's the hardest working woman in the DMV area, man. You work, Miss Free. When is
I,
working gonna come to an end for you, Mrs. Free? Because you work too. I feel like you work too hard. I feel like you work more than you supposed to. When is your retirement plan coming?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out now.
No, but you do have one, right?
Yeah.
But you don't know when it's coming. But until then, you just got to keep working, right?
Yeah. Gotta keep the money coming
Yeah, because Dream look like he's an expensive kid.
in. He is.
He
He
look
always
he
wants
looks like
something.
yeah. So Dream is like one of those was if he's in the store and he sees something that catches his eye, then he's definitely going to try to get you to get it for him.
Yeah, 'cause I can go to we go to Family Dollar,
Yeah.
and soon as we get in there, he gone to the toy section.
Oh man.
He like, Grandma, can you get this for me? I'm like, what did you do? Did you earn it? He said, yeah, I did. What did you do? He's I went to bed.
God damn Dream. I went to bed. Yeah, Dream. Hey, I went to bed. I went to bed the time I was supposed to, Grandma.
Yeah, like he told me this morning. He was like, Grandma, I went to bed on time last night. I said, what time you go to bed? He said 10 o'clock. I said, that's not on time. You supposed to be in
What?
bed at 8. He supposed to be in bed at 8 o'clock. He told me he was
Oh,
in his room. He was in his room, so he thought he was in the bed.
Dream is funny. I went to bed, Grandma, at 10 o'clock. Knowing he's supposed to go at 8. That kid
Yeah.
is hilarious. He is hilarious. He's probably one of the funniest babies I have
Yeah,
ever
like
seen, man.
he asked me, was I taking him Family Dollar today because it's Friday? I said, how you know what day it is? He said when he looked on his phone.
No. Hey, it took me a while to learn the damn days. By the time I learned the days, my ass was too old. For real. I would come in today and teacher be like, you know what today is? I'm like, I know they supposed to be serving hamburgers and french fries today in school. And she's like, that's not what I mean. Do you know your days of the week? I'm like, no. And that made me look bad. It made my parents look stupid. As if I didn't, I'm like, well, I don't know. And by the time I finally did start knowing the days and learning them, I was like, okay, I know what day I won't be coming to school. Won't
I
be
know
coming on
that's right.
Friday. Tell you what, for real, when I started learning, it's certain things we start learning, and I think that's why they was always afraid to teach black people back in the days about stuff because they knew we would take it and run with it.
Yeah.
And when you start teaching us certain shit and we catch on to it and we master it, it's over. It's over. When I learned a lot of things, I took advantage of it. Some of it worked out for me, some of it didn't, but I was like, okay, Fridays, I know we don't get no homework. Okay, I know what I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna just go home and just be like, even if we did get homework today, I'm gonna just say, nope, we didn't get no homework. We don't get homework on Fridays. I get, I would get my ass whipped for it because when it was parent teacher conference, yeah, he seems to do every other day except for Friday. Then I'm like, oh shit. So yeah,
Oh,
it was bad. It was bad for me in school. It definitely was not learning, not trying to play the school system, and that was not working. He used to always catch up to me.
uh,
Free man, we was just talking about old wonderful dream.
what you say about my grandson?
Nah, me and my wife be talking. She'd be like, how's Dream doing? Little Dream. I said, no, I got a video chat him one day. I said, but you gotta understand, talking to him is not talking to a baby. You're talking to a full grown ass man. So conversations with Dream is different. It's a grown man right there.
Yeah, he ain't no little boy. That's why
Nah, I was
I
telling him, I was
nicknamed
like,
him man. I
he go to
nicknamed him
family.
Man Man.
Look, he go to Family Dollar. He want everything, huh? Hey,
He like
you
water.
can't take that kid. Thank God you ain't never took that kid into. Well, I don't know if y'all have it out there, but I think they brought it back. But if he ever saw Toys R Us, he'll lose his damn mind. He would completely lose his damn mind if you took him into Toys R Us. He'll lose it right there.
Yeah, no, yeah, we don't have Toys R Us out here anymore. We had it for a while, and then I think the last store that I remember where Toys R Us was, they closed down probably about 7 years ago. The last one that I remember,
Yeah. And then they bought
maybe
it.
longer than that.
Yeah, they closed it, and then here, I forgot where here. Then they started to bring it back slowly, and I'm like, y'all should have never took it away anyway.
They used to have a big one down in Times Square because
Yes,
I remember when I went to
yes,
Times Square, it was a big ass Toys R Us down there.
right in the middle of Times Square, and then I'm not understanding, but then I am understanding because I'm like, well, what happened? And they was super expensive though. That probably was probably the most expensive Toys R Us that you can go in. I remember when PlayStations came out, the cost for a PlayStation down there was ridiculous. Like you can go anywhere else, and let's say if the PlayStation was $500, $600, you go to get a PlayStation down there, that particular one, shit, you was paying eight and some change, probably with tax. Man, people was like, shit, I go get a PlayStation off the streets. I'm not paying almost $900 for this. Are you crazy?
Uh, I paid 1,500 for my PlayStation.
That's because you 1,500 crazy.
For my PS5. Well, I didn't actually pay for it. My wife bought it for me for my birthday.
Oh, Mrs. Free, that was so sweet. I would have bought her some damn clippers so he could have shaved that damn beard. But okay, the PlayStation's cool. That's cool.
I got clippers. I was about to come give you a lineup at the barbecue because my clippers are wireless.
Oh, you know what? All right, Free. You got it. You got it. $1,500 though? Damn. Which one was wait a minute, which one was that for?
PS5.
Oh, yeah, well, shit, I wish I could. Tiffany ain't doing
I
that for
got
me. She'll
I
do
got
it for me if she could afford it.
I got
I
the
ain't gonna say she wouldn't do that. She'll do it if she could afford it.
I got the I got the second edition because remember they came out and then they sold out, so I had to wait for them to restock again. Once they restocked again, that's when she was able to get me the PS5 because they had
Now
sold out. I
I
think they
want to
only
ask
put out
Miss Free.
a limited
I
amount.
want to ask Miss Free, right? Because there's certain things. This is certain things a woman's not going to do, but when she loves her husband, she's going to go all out. I want to ask her, what was the line like? Did she have to stand on the line for that shit, or was she able just to go right in
She
and get
ordered
it?
it.
Oh, she ordered it. All
She
right.
ordered it online. Yeah, she
Yeah, Miss Free
online. She
said.
ain't stand in line for
Miss
nothing.
Free said, I ain't standing on no damn line. I don't do lines. I hear.
No, she don't do shopping in the stores anyway. Most of the stuff she get is online. She order more stuff than she do at the stores. That's why I gotta tell her stop ordering stuff online. She order like her daggone debit card and got hacked so many times because she orders
Damn.
stuff online. I gotta tell her I have to tell her stop ordering stuff online because that's how they get your debit card number.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I told Tiff. I be telling Tiff the same thing. I said, you stay ordering something online. You got to chill out. Burning the damn card. Jeff Spark, I see you. Good morning to everybody. Peace and blessings to everybody, man. What's up, y'all? Welcome to the morning chop ups for the newcomers. Yes, sir. Like, share, subscribe, y'all. We up here just chopping it up. Cause that's what we do. Chop ups. How much y'all play? You know what? How much did for everybody who's got a PlayStation? How much did y'all pay for your first PlayStation? Or better yet, let's take it back. Y'all remember getting the first time y'all got Nintendo from my old school heads? Y'all remember the first time y'all copped a Nintendo? First time I think I had Nintendo, late 80s. Late 80s, and then I think as the 90s came in, I ended up getting Sega Genesis. Now Sega, y'all remember Sega? Sega came out like 92. What did you say, 92? Sega Genesis was mean. Just the whole way, and they need to bring Sega back. I swear they need to bring Sega Genesis back. They need to bring it back. I think it was Nintendo, Sega Genesis, and then it was that, and then it was Super Nintendo. Yo, free. Nah, I was just telling them about I was asking them about how much they paid for their first PlayStation that they ever got, but then I took it back to, do you remember the first game you got? Like, remember how you had Nintendo? You had Nintendo, then you had Sega Genesis, then you had Super Nintendo. Man, god damn, free. Oh, damn.
I was 6 years old. My first game that I got, I was 6 years old. It was an Atari.
Yeah.
I got the first Atari that ever came out. It came. My father had got me the Pac-Man, Space Invaders, um, the little ping pong game. I don't even know what the hell that shit was called. Where they had the two little bars that go up and down on the side of the side of the game, and you got to hit the ball and make
Oh
sure it
yeah,
hit
yeah,
the
yeah,
metal
yeah, yeah.
bar.
I forgot the name of that. Yeah, 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 yeah. I
And
know
so
what
it
you're talking about.
started speeding up, and you got to keep up with the ball.
You got to
I
keep up
forgot
with
the
it.
name of the shit.
Nah, you know what's my shit? Game Boy. I had a Game
Oh
Boy. Oh man, that Game Boy was. Couldn't go nowhere without it. Couldn't go nowhere without it. Technology was crazy even back then. Because just for them to come up with that was to me, that was like having a phone, like what we got now.
Yeah,
Because kids would be so focused on that. You take them to a damn doctor, you take them to your doctor's appointment, and you know kids can't keep still. Man, give him that Game Boy so he can shut up. Get that
I
kid
think
that damn
I think
Game
I
Boy.
had like I had like one maybe two Game Boys. I wasn't really obsessed with Game Boys because the screen was so small. I couldn't really
It
see, and
was.
it didn't do all the it didn't have all the graphics and all of the moves like
Yeah.
the regular Nintendo had. So it was a little bit
And
different.
you had to keep up with the look. You had to keep up with the games. The games were so damn small. You had to
Yeah.
keep up with that shit, man. You lose that or something, or it got. It was a lot.
Yeah,
It was a lot.
I wasn't a real big fan of those handheld games. Like even like one of my former coworkers, to this day he still got the little the PlayStation handheld joint. I forgot what the
Yeah.
name of it is. He got that
PSP.
joint. He been playing that joint.
Yeah. I
Um,
wanted a PSP. I wanted a PSP bad. I still want one. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, but I don't have
he
no
had
time
one of
to.
those, but
If I be too
now
busy on my phone.
he got it to where it's this I forgot what the unit is called, but it's a unit that goes on both sides of your phone. Your phone fits like in the middle of it, and you connect it to your phone, and your phone becomes the video game. And so you can go to
That's
play different
crazy.
games. Yeah,
But
it's
that's
it's
too much.
almost like having a PSP, but it's actually your phone, and you stick it into your
I
phone.
don't know. I don't know, free for me. That's too many distractions. That's too much going on at one time.
Yeah, like I said, I like the screen where I can see the players and see the different moves. Like I ain't dealing with the little teeny screen and all that. I wasn't a big fan of that. Like I wasn't a big fan of playing computer games. Like you gotta press the X and the Z
Yeah,
key and all that. I wasn't a
yeah,
fan of none of that. Give me a regular video game. Don't give me no computer. Don't give me no Game Boy, no PSP, none of that. Give me a regular video game and I'm cool.
yeah. But like I said, back then technology was crazy even then, and we should have. I mean, for a lot of people, they should have saw it then how a lot of stuff was changing,
Yeah,
even in that moment.
I done had every video game that was ever made. An I had an Atari, I had a Nintendo, I had a Game Boy, I had a Dreamcast, I had Sega
Oh,
Genesis,
Dreamcast! I
I
forgot
had a
about Dreamcast.
Sega Genesis, I had an Xbox, and I had a PlayStation. I had every game that was ever made. Well, I ain't gonna say
But
every game, but
out of
every part.
out of all of them, which one excited you the most out of all those
Uh,
systems?
it was the PlayStation is my number one. Number two, I would say Nintendo because Nintendo their controllers are similar to PlayStation, and that's what made me like the PlayStation because I used to play Nintendo so much. I was more a Nintendo than I was Sega Genesis. I had
Yeah.
Sega Genesis. I had both of them at the same time, but I would play more Nintendo than I would Sega
Oh,
Genesis.
graphics is.
Dreamcast, it was like
Yeah, yeah.
a low budget um it was in between Sega Genesis and Nintendo. And I also had the Wii. I had the Wii as well.
Oh
Um
yeah. Damn, I forgot
but
about that.
yeah,
Yeah, I forgot.
PlayStation is number one. Xbox, I mean it's not bad. I prefer PlayStation over Xbox, but if I had to choose, if I couldn't get the PlayStation or if I couldn't get the PlayStation, what's the next game I would get? It would be an Xbox. I can deal with an Xbox, but I prefer the PlayStation.
Give me one of the best games that you ever played on Sega Genesis?
Sega Genesis. I can't even remember the games that I played on Sega Genesis.
Well, do you remember when they had Michael Jackson Moonwalker?
I never played that game.
You never played Michael D Free. I'm about to take you off this. I'm about to take you off this live, D
No,
Free.
I'm
We
not.
not going to do D.
I
You
I'm not.
older than
I'm
me, D Free. You
no.
not going to tell me you didn't play
I don't
Michael
care.
Jackson Moonwalker.
I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm not that type of guy. I'm not into all of these video games. Me, give me a action game like Call of Duty or or give me a sport game. That's it. That's all I play. I play military games and I play sport games. Or maybe every once in a while I play uh, uh, um deer hunter. Like you hunt for animals. Every once in a while I play something like that, but that's more of a sport game because you're
Um,
hunting.
but what about playing? I think they had it for Sega, if I'm not mistaken, or PlayStation. Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat. Yeah, that's an action game. I play that. I played that when I was younger. That was one of the games that I played. I'm gonna tell you the games that was real big when I was a kid coming up that I played. It was
Yeah,
um
Crush the Kid.
it was Double Dribble. It
Double
was
Dribble.
it
Yeah.
was it was Contra.
Contra. Yep.
Um, Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
It was NBA Live. Um, Madden. Tecmo Bowl. I'm trying to think what else. Mario Brothers and
NBA Jam was my shit.
NBA Jam. Yeah, NBA Jam. Those
NBA
those
Jam
were
was
the
my.
those were the games that was big when I was younger. When I was a kid, those were the games that was big. Like I still remember the. Everybody remembers the cheat code on Contra: up, down, left, right,
Yeah,
A, B,
yeah,
select
yeah,
spot.
yeah, yeah.
Everybody remember that cheat code.
Sometimes you had to write it down and put it up so you could remember it. Yeah, I used to have to ask my sisters and them, "What's the cheat code?" Because I'm getting my ass whipped over here.
Yeah, that joint give you 99 lives. You,
Man,
you, you had 99 lives, and nobody ever used all 99 lives.
when did you know? When did you notice? When did you notice that the graphics started changing for games? When you go,
Uh,
damn, this is looking real.
when they switched from Nintendo to Sega, the graphics started changing then because Nintendo still had um the I forgot what the graphic was called, but
Yeah,
it was a step up from Atari, but it was a step below the Sega. So it went from Atari to Nintendo, then from Nintendo to Sega, from Sega Genesis to Dreamcast, from Dreamcast to PlayStation. PlayStation and Xbox came out, and then they had the Wii in between that, and then they had it's another game that came out. I'm trying to remember
but
what.
I thought. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I might be wrong. But this is. I'm just trying to think about my time frame. After Sega, wasn't it? When did Super Nintendo come in?
Super Nintendo. That was the same time Sega came out because Super
Yeah,
Nintendo came out to keep up with the Sega Genesis.
yeah, because Sega was kicking their ass. I ain't gonna lie.
That came out to keep up
Sega
with the
was going
Sega
crazy.
Genesis.
Yes, Sega was going bonkers. And to play Sonic was one of my favorite joints for Sega.
And that's the reason why the Super Nintendo came out. It was because of the graphics that Sega Genesis came out with. The graphics was more realistic than compared to the Nintendo. And
Yeah,
then they came out with the Super Nintendo, but then they came out with Dreamcast where the graphic was even more realistic. And then that's when they started going into the PlayStation and then the Xbox because PlayStation came out before the Xbox, and then the Xbox came out. Xbox, PlayStation, and Xbox is like Apple and Microsoft because PlayStation is Sony versus Microsoft.
Yeah. Um, to be a part of all that, these kids today will never understand what that means, though. Um, but those were classic, and it seemed like it came out back to back, back to back, back to back. It seemed like every time you turn around, there was a new system, and you like, damn. And then you got to go talk to Mom Dukes or whoever you live with at the time, and they like, now I done gave you the Nintendo, I done gave you the Sega, the Dreamcast, the Super Nintendo. I done gave you the PlayStation. Now you want the damn Xbox. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Aren't you satisfied with all the systems you got
I got
already?
the thing that used to get on my nerves with the Nintendo though. You had to keep blowing into your goddamn your
Yeah, you
cartridge.
have to go. Look, you have to look.
And then
Yo,
put that joint in
sometimes,
there, and then you had to put it on the edge and then slap it in there. So
but you had to be, but the thing is, you had to be careful how you slammed it because if it went down too deep, now it's over.
you know what
So
I
you had to
did?
be careful how you slammed it.
My
What up?
when the remember the first PlayStation that came out.
Yeah,
Something that's when they started going to the CD disc. Something
yeah,
happened to my PlayStation, and the joint wasn't reading my disc. And I went out and bought the scratch doctor and everything, and that just made it even worse. So I had a game that I put in and it wasn't reading. I'm looking, I'm like, ain't no scratches on this joint. It's not reading it. So I
yeah,
took my PlayStation apart. I took the top cover off, sat it to the side. I put it in there to look at the disc, and the needle wasn't coming up. I was like, oh no, I had put a goddamn bobby pin. You remember the women's bobby pin? I pried it
yeah,
open a little bit so it can have that little gap to hold it up, and I put a bobby pin under the needle. It was not a needle; it was the laser. The laser wasn't coming down to reading it, so I put the bobby pin. Oh, I mean to flip the disc up. I put the bobby pin to move the disc up so the laser can read the disc because the joint just kept spinning, but it wasn't reading that. And I was like, man, as soon as I did that, that joint started reading all of my games. I was like, bet. So I just left the cover off and I just kept the bobby pin in there. They was like, no, hold on, did you just put a bobby pin in there? I said, no, it's not gonna read it without the bobby pin. They was like, no, won't you just go buy another PlayStation? I was like, for what? Ain't nothing wrong with it. I just got to put the bobby pin in, and then it'll read the disc. I ain't gotta change it. Let's put the bobby pin in. It lifted this up, and the laser reads the disc. They was like, no, you doing too much. You could just go spend $99 and get another goddamn
uh-huh.
PlayStation.
I
So
mean,
I did one time. I had got the PS3, and I had got it, and I think my son knocked it off of my TV stand, and so
oh man,
the joint broke, but it didn't look like it was broke, but it was broke. So I went to what store did I go to? I think I went to Walmart. I went to Walmart to buy me another PS3. Bought another PS3. I paid 125 for it. I still remember. I paid 125 for the PS3. I was like, man, don't nothing look wrong with this joint. I took the old one that was broke, wrapped it up, put it back in the box, and took it back to Walmart. I was like, hey, man, my wife bought me a PlayStation when I got home. I don't even need this joint. They opened it up, looked at it. Nothing looked like it was wrong. They gave me my money back. I walked out the store.
damn, free, you gonna pull the fast one on him.
I walked right out the store. Somebody, they probably end up sealing that box up and giving it to somebody. And that joint did not work.
And look, now they got to go back and get their money back. 'Cause they got some other shit that don't work. Yeah, I remember going to the game store, man. Game stores used to be. I don't know if game stores are still popular now, but I know they still exist.
Nah, man.
And
I mean, GameStop used to be one of the stores you go to. You line up when the new Madden is coming out, when the new
man,
NBA 2K is
no,
coming out.
no, I remember free. and this is when I didn't know nothing about it. I didn't know nothing about it. When Grand Theft Auto first came out, oh, these dudes was out here going bonkers.
Yeah,
And I never
yeah,
knew how violent that game was. When I first played that game, when that game came out, I had to be about 17, 18 when that game came out. I knew nothing about that game. I never knew nothing about how violent that game was. Now I see why you had to be a certain age to get it. I said, "Oh hell no. Nah. This
yeah.
game is that
Now
game is I still want that game."
I went to a GameStop the other day, man. It was one cashier and one customer in the entire store. And this was like 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
It was empty?
Huh? Hey, you gotta get with the winners. Yeah, but yeah, it was nobody in there. Yeah,
You said it was nobody in there?
yeah, it was nobody in the daggone store, dog.
Well,
Oh no, you good?
times have changed with GameStop, and maybe they waiting for a new game to come out. I don't know, man. These kids today, I don't know. You know, they probably waiting on something new to drop, some new game. I tell you what, though, I seen a preview of that NBA 2K, the new joint. I'm like, yeah, you know what? I need to get me that because I like basketball games. I like football games. I like baseball games. I like all sports games.
I don't even go to GameStop anymore. I just order my game online through my PlayStation.
You order them online?
Yeah, all my games come downloaded to my games. I don't go to the games. I
Yeah,
don't
I
go to the
mean,
store anymore.
to me, you get to a certain point in your life, and some older people still do it because some older people just that's just what they do. But I'm like you. I'm not. I'm gonna keep it 100. I ain't going to wait on nobody line for no damn game. I ain't going to wait on nobody's line for nothing. I really hate it.
No, I got Madden 24 and 25, and I got NBA 2K 24, 25, and 26 on my PlayStation. I don't have not a single video game in my house. All my stuff is downloaded to my game. I don't go to the store and buy games anymore. I got tired of them joints getting scratched. So I was like, man, I'm not buying
Yeah, yeah,
daggone
yeah.
joints anymore. Like I got the one that's the top of the line PS5 where you can put a disc in if you want to, but I don't put no disc in. I've never used the disc drive.
Yeah, it becomes a lot. Um, but yeah, I haven't been GameStop and I don't have no system. I'm waiting to get a system. And when I get a system, I don't think I'll have the patience to be trying to go get that shit even then. I'm like you, I'll have to get on some ordering because I'm not just waiting on nobody line, especially if I walk in and there's only one person working at the cash register. I ain't doing that shit, bro. I'm not 18 or 17. I'm 42. I got no patience to be waiting on nobody line. I tell people that. I buy the downloads. Oh yeah, Crush. Yeah, I'm at that age where I'm not waiting on nobody line, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I just can't. I don't understand how people do it. Like when games come out or sneakers come out, a certain pair of sneakers come out. These I don't want to call them fools, but people are just being because it don't just be the younger generation. It be some older cats, and I'm like, how you sleeping out here waiting to get this shit? You need it that bad? Like I can't do it. I can't do it, free. Like when there's a concert, right?
Hmm.
Janet Jackson, Usher, Beyonce, all these people. People will actually go sleep outside to get a ticket. And I'm like, dog, I don't listen, I don't give a shit about it being my favorite artist. I'm not doing it.
Right.
Not doing it. No, no, sir. I won't do it. I won't do it. I remember when Kodo fought Zab, I went to that fight. But another person I knew was like, yo, I'm gonna go sleep. I'm gonna go sleep somewhere outside, somewhere by the garden, because I need the ticket to that fight. I said, homie, it ain't even that serious. Are you kidding me? Just wait till they open up and go get it when you get it. Like, I'm not doing all that. You doing too much, player.
I don't do that standing in line too often. I mean, the most I
The
stand in
only
line is
time I stand in line, and I hate even, and we were talking about it the other day. Even when I go to welfare and you waiting for them to open up, I hate standing on that line. That shit is annoying. But I know I got to do it because I got to do what I got to do. But like when I get my credentials and I'm waiting to get into a press conference or weigh-in, I have to wait on that line. I have no problem with that. That I have no problem with because
right.
that's what I do. But when you talk about a sneaker coming out, a game coming out, or you paying to see an artist, and you want to wait out there to man, I'm not doing that shit. I remember Champs, this store Champs on it's not there no more. 42nd, it was right where the Red Lobster was at. And one day I'm down there early. I forgot what day it was, and I see people sleeping. I'm like, what is going on? I know homelessness ain't like that out here. Not in front of the store. And I asked the dude, and I forgot what Jordans was coming out. He's like, yeah, they waiting over here for these MJs. I'm like, what? Are you kidding me? Yeah, some of these people been out here since yesterday. Shit, not I. Y'all can have that. Y'all can have that. Y'all making these people more rich than what they are. Shit, not me. All that money y'all take spending doing this and doing that, y'all could have took some of that money and invested into something and invested into yourself, but you invested into making somebody else richer than what they are. I ain't telling people they can't buy what they want, but I ain't about to make a motherfucker richer than what he is. And I damn near got a pot to piss in and the window to throw it out.
Yeah, no, not me neither.
I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. We're sitting here not waiting for our channels to get monetized, but we're going through the steps to get monetized. And we don't know how long that could take. You're way closer than what I am. But even with you get monetized, right? We still got more work to do because people think that when they get monetized, now I can sit back and relax. No, you still got a lot of work to do when you monetize. So whatever money we make, right? Now we have to put that back into the channel. We got to put it back into the channel. We got to buy equipment if we want merch, whatever it is, whether it's a microphone, it's a camera, working on getting a new intro, whatever the case may be. We got to put it back into that. So I'm not a fan of making other people richer than what they are, unless I'm doing business with them. I ain't doing business with you. I ain't about to. If I'm not doing business with you, not working for you, because you work for somebody, it's like, yeah, nah. But when you're doing business with them, cool. I don't mind. I'm gonna make you richer than what you are. We work together. We gonna get this money. But yeah, when you get monetized, you're not sitting there. I mean, you can do whatever you want to do with your money, but at the same time, no matter how much I'm getting a month, I can't sit here and just blow this money on nothing. I got to put the majority of this shit back into my channel.
Right.
I got to put it back into my channel. I need stuff. The task is not over just because you got monetized. It doesn't work like that. But I don't want people to be like, yo, OG, or you sounding like a real old head. No, I'm not. I mean, when you're young, fine. When you get to a certain age, it's just certain shit you ain't supposed to be doing. Yeah, do what you want to do with your money. But then when you look around and wonder why you've been in the same predicament for years, ask yourself why. Because I ask myself why. Then I go, you're in this predicament because you're not changing something. It's something that you're not doing that keeps putting you in the same space and place. And it's up to you to correct that and fix that. But what I won't do, good morning to everybody too, man. Sorry, peace and blessings. Good morning to all y'all. Welcome if it's your first time. Um, and welcome even if it's not your first time. Welcome,
I'm
y'all.
about to say I'm here.
No, no,
I'm just
yeah,
listening.
yeah, I know you're here. I was just making sure I spoke to my people. I like to speak to them from time to time. Um, Yeah. So, but no disrespect to nobody, but um, that's the thing that bothers me. Free. Why do we make people in this country? In this country, free. We done made a lot of people rich. Now, a lot of y'all gonna go, well, how is that possible? By supporting. We have made a lot of people rich in this country. Whether if it's from buying systems, video games, to buying sneakers, to whatever.
Right.
And then we look around and we go, why am I still in this predicament? I can't afford to take this trip. I've been trying to get to Vegas for the last 10 years of my life. Why haven't I got there yet? What am I doing that keeps putting me in the same predicament? So, when I look at stuff like that, I'm like, free, I'm not going out my way to make a next motherfucker that don't do nothing for me richer than what he is. I just can't do it.
Yeah.
I can't do it, free. I'm not judging nobody. I just can't do it, free. I swear to God I can't do it because it's crazy. It's crazy.
Right.
It's bonkers to me. And I'm like, y'all don't have a problem with that? It's crazy.
No, most of them don't have a problem with it.
And then it goes, what am I doing? It's my money. All right, no, it's your money, but I'm asking you, what are you benefiting from it though? Why I gotta benefit from it? Why can't I just have it? Okay. Okay. Sound crazy to me, but okay. I gotta have this $500 jacket. Okay, but I got about 10 $500 jackets. Okay. And then open your refrigerator, you ain't got a damn thing in there.
Right.
Hey, what we eating this week? Damn, man. I'm getting low on food. But while you open the refrigerator, you got food on your goddamn back because you got a $500 damn jacket when you could have put $500 worth of food in your damn house. Now, hey, Free, let me ask you something. Becoming a family man, right? It makes you make some decisions, right? You ever said to yourself, I don't know, you might have not went through this because you seem like you was a hustler all your life. But, when you become a parent, it kind of makes you make sacrifices. You ever got to a point where you was like, you know what? I'm not going to be able to get these pair of sneakers. I'm not going to be able to get this jacket. I'm not going to be able to get this system. My kids need stuff. So I'm going to have to make a sacrifice.
Oh, I do that all the time.
I mean, I know
I
you
do
do it
that
now,
even
but like
still,
in the
even
beginning of being a parent, when you first became a parent, you know how you wanted something, but you was like, look, man, my son got to eat. He got to eat. I
yeah,
can't think about me.
yeah. No, I mean, I did that. Like I said, I did that. I did that a lot in my life, from 14 all the way up until now. See, because I came up in an era a little bit different than a lot of people. Like when we say we grinding, where I'm from, when we say we grinding, that means every penny and dime we only spending on essential things that we need. Everything else is being saved. We're not spending money on nothing, whether it's a haircut, it's clothes, or nothing. Like when I was out on the block with the fellas, and we like, hey, it's grind mode this week. And we like, yeah, all the niggas be like, yeah, we got to grind this week. We trying to get money to do this. Some dudes might be trying to save money to get a car. Some dudes might be trying to save money so they can flip what they pushing. So yeah,
Yeah,
everybody had their own motive why they was in grind mode. But when we say we in grind mode, niggas ain't spending no money. They be like, hey, y'all going to the club tonight? Nah, dog, I'm grinding. Hey, you
yeah,
you you doing? Nah, dog, I'm grinding. I'm not doing nothing. Like we would literally. I'm talking about niggas would literally pull a all nighter. We would be outside from sun up until sun up, grinding, pulling an all nighter. We out there from sun up to sun up, pulling an all nighter, all day, all night. We out there grinding. And by the end of our grind, niggas that met their goals. Whether it, like I said, whether they was saving up to get a car, they was saving up to flip whatever they was trying to flip, whatever they was trying to do. Niggas got finished. They once they met their goal, then it was time to splurge. But up until that point, we was grinding.
Yeah, I mean, as you should, and I don't want people to get it twisted that you're not supposed to work for what you want. That's not what I'm saying, y'all. But some of y'all be making some real unnecessary sacrifices, and then turn around and wonder why you don't have this or why you don't have that. Why can't I take that vacation that I want to take? Because you done took all your damn money and then invested in to some shit that you could eventually waited to get. But everybody wants to keep up with the Joneses, so everybody has to have that now. I gotta have that car. I gotta have this. And like I said, all that is cool, y'all. It's cool. But you might want to stop and take the time to think. You know what I'm saying? Because how much longer can we keep going in this country not having what it is that we want? And people say, I have everything I want. You have material things. That's material things. And we have to start thinking that we got to leave something behind for our children and our grandchildren, our wives. And we have to teach the younger generation to think like that now. We can't say because they're 14, 15, 16, give them time. No, they have to learn responsibilities and that they're not going to be kids forever. They're not going to be 14 for 10 years. They're only going to be 14 one time. Before you know it, they went from 14 to 21 if they can make it that far. So it's just all about that. I know it seems like, oh, you're judging, and no, it's not that. And that's the problem. We don't look at reality and we don't face reality, and then we wonder why we're all in the same predicament and why we're going to continue to be in the same predicament because we don't see the bigger picture. You see how we can sit here and talk about the systems, the Sega Genesis and Nintendos, all that is cool. We did all that then because we were young. Ask me now would I do all that? No, because I'm not going to make these places, these companies, richer than what they are. You go buy these tickets, right, to see these artists, these rappers, these R&B stars, right? And to turn around and their attitudes be crazy towards you when you ask them either for a picture or for autograph. But for years, you have been supporting these rappers, athletes, movie stars. For years, you've seen every movie. You showed up for every place that they had been at because you're a fan, right? Have y'all ever been rejected from somebody? I mean, that you see that's famous or whatever, and it hurts you, right? But you've been supporting them to an NBA game, to a rap concert, to going to see a movie. You support these people, not just you, but the majority of the people in the world. Even for the people that don't support the person, that don't like them, don't add up to the people who do. Because those are the people who are making you richer than what you are. And then for you to turn and get rejected or they just have some type of attitude. All this makes sense that we cannot continue to make people or companies richer than what they are. No matter even if you're getting what you want to get out of them. At some point you got to think about, okay, when do I take the time to think about me? Oh, I'm not going to think about me. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm not worried about me. I'm more worried about the people who's established already. They rich. I'm gonna keep making them rich by keep buying 10 pairs of $200 sneakers. I'm gonna go buy 50 video games. I mean, if you're already established in your life, and maybe established where you don't have to worry, there's some people can do it. A lot of us are not in that predicament. A lot of us have to make sacrifices and borrow money to go get either a pair of sneakers or this video game, or we want to see this concert, which is cool. Enjoy life. I would never tell you not to enjoy life. Enjoy life and live life to the fullest. But you have to make sure you think about you. Because if you're not thinking about you, who is? And so then when you say, I had the opportunity to do this, but I was too busy doing this, I was too busy doing that, I thought I was living life, but I really wasn't. I was making it possible for the next person to live their life. Because I was spending money on this and that, making people richer than what they are. At some point, we have to take the time to think about ourselves. And I don't mean think about ourselves with material things. We have to think about our future. Because all that money that we're putting into these places, we're not getting shit back out of that. You're not going to get a thank you card. You're not going to get the people from the company knocking on your door saying thank you for your support. You bought so many sneakers. Here's a free pair. You're not going to get these rappers, managers coming to you and thank you for your knocking on your door. Not going to get that. Hollywood is not going to send you a thank you letter because you have supported this movie star for so many years. So at some point we have to think about that. Nobody says you stop supporting, but sometimes you just got to slow it down and take the time to think about you. And not only think about you, if you have a family, think about what's best for your family. Because like I said, we will continue to be in the same predicament. We will continue to keep struggling with the same struggles if we don't change something. Eventually, something's got to change. You're not going to tell me that, hey, I'm just fine with however it's going. I am fine with it. There ain't no way in hell you can tell me that. You can't be. You can't be that comfortable where none of this bothers you. So that's something that we need to look at and just be focused on, man. But make sure y'all smash that like button, man. My 2 viewers is watching. What's up? I don't know if I know you or not. What's up? Sometimes people just come in and they won't speak, but they'll just watch. Deuces to y'all. Hope y'all have a blessed Friday, man. But yeah, like I said, for the newcomers, please keep coming back. These morning chop-ups are never going to stop. Rather if I'm sitting here, rather if I'm outside, rather if I'm at work, I will try my best to always make sure that these morning chop-ups continue to my best ability. It's not going to always be easy to get it done because sometimes I might have things to do, but you always are here for me as possible. Yesterday I was on my Instagram for the first time doing a live, and I haven't did a live. I can't say how long it's been since I've done a live on Instagram. On the gram, I just usually post, and then I might record something because certain things I can't put on YouTube because of the music, and I don't know how to get around all that. And until I figure that out, I'm not challenging it. Because people are losing their channels, and we can't be losing our channels. We put in too much work to be losing our channels. Before I get to the whole thing yesterday with my Instagram, that's another thing. We cannot afford to be losing our channels. We can't. If we're losing our channels, well, we have to make up 2 or 3 channels. After a while, maybe you should give up. Because there's something that we're doing wrong. that we're losing our channels. I don't understand how we're losing that. Now, we could blame YouTube, we could blame Tom, we could blame Harry, we could blame whatever, but we have to look at it and go, what are we doing that we are losing our channels? We just need to be a little more careful. And this is why we have to protect our brand. We have to protect our investment. I tell you, this over here is our investment. We have to protect it, and we can't let anybody interfere with it. Rather if it's a family member, friend, a troll, we can't have it. So, we just got to do a better job than what we're doing to make sure that our channels last forever. The only way our channels should end and go away is if we decide we're not doing this anymore. We don't need YouTube coming in, pulling the plug on us. But that's their job, right? But we don't need them to come in and pull the plug on us because of something that we didn't do. Oh, I shared this video. I did this. There's certain things you can't share on YouTube that there's going to be consequences and repercussions. Some of y'all know that before doing it, but you'll sit there and say, but I didn't think they were. Well, how you don't know that? You're supposed to know all this before even getting a YouTube channel. That there's going to be consequences and repercussions to you doing this. So let's just be a little more careful about how we move with our channels. Let's be careful who we let on our channels, who we let invade our space, for coming between our peace. Because like I said, there's some people out there that's looking for real channels to go to. Every channel is not a real channel just because it's on YouTube. A lot of people are here to cause a confusion, be a disturbance, to be a distraction. And that's cool if that works for them. But when you're looking for a place with peace and harmony, and it's not all like chaos, because some of y'all like it, controversy sells, drama sells. A lot of y'all love that. A lot of y'all love that love and hip hop shit. A lot of y'all love it. Cool. But not over here. Because the reality is over here, we all grown. And nobody's going to disrespect anybody. That's just how we keep it. Now, with that being said, I did a live last night on my gram that I was asked not to do by my wife, but when you have something on your mind that kind of ruffles your feathers, you got to go ahead and get it up off your chest. Because it's the little things in life that'll eat you up if you don't get it up off your chest. Certain things you can't keep to yourself. A lot of people have went on to either committed suicide or did something to themselves or to somebody else because they had something on their mind, and either they were asked not to speak about it or they didn't know how to go about speaking about it, and it blew up so bad where it made them go out and do something. I'm a firm believer is that, and I used to be a kid who didn't want to get stuff off. I'm still like that now where it depends on what we're talking about. I might want to get it off, but when something is on your mind, the best therapy that you can have for that is to get it off your chest. A few people might look at you different. A few people might look at you strange. A few people might not want to talk to you. Some people might look at it like you losing your mind. It doesn't matter what they think. And certain things you say, people are trying to figure out who you talking about and what you're talking about. If it don't apply, let it fly. If you respond, then you must be the person I'm talking about. So at any time when there's something on your mind, you got to go ahead and get that up off your chest. Rather if it's the respectful way or disrespectful way. My brother Drew Titan in the building, Bronx on deck. What up, man? How's Mom Dukes doing? You got to get shit up off your chest, whether people want to hear it or not. So my Instagram video yesterday, that was me expressing how I feel about frenemies. Frenemies. People who want to act like they're your friend, but they really not. Or people who's acting like they down for you, but they're really not. They're full of it. The shaking and faking. That's the world that we live in today. People will come and smile at you, dap you up, and then go do the bozo stuff. That's the world that we live in. It's a sad world, but that's the world we live in. So at any time when somebody's supposed to be your friend and they call you their brother, and the support system is not there, it is your job to remove yourself from those people versus complaining about it, because complaining is not going to fix what's happening. You just remove yourself from that. So my live last night on my Instagram was just me getting stuff off my mind, because like I said, if you don't speak what's on your mind, it'll lead you to doing something that could possibly, it's no coming back from you. So it wasn't like a crash out. Oh God, he's crashing out. No. Not a crash. Y'all have to know the difference between when somebody's getting something off their chest and when they're crashing out. Because there's a big difference. Because when you're getting something off your chest, the way you say it might make it sound like you're crashing out, but you're not. Now, when you on there and you're inviting people to your Johnson and you just, I'm like, okay, he crashing out. He losing it. But if it's,
these niggas about to crash out now.
What happened?
You see, I'm headed to Baltimore. You see, they about to crash out now.
Oh, hell no. Yeah, I was just talking to them about this live I did yesterday. I was talking to one of my coaches, and we were just talking about how support system is crazy sometimes, Free. He said, D Free still counting my money behind the door. Hell no, that's BBO stupid. BBO stupid.
I took your money. I ain't counting, I took it.
Damn. Damn. Smoke with me TV. What up, Smoke?
What's going on, Smoke?
But I always want to say thank you, Free, BBO, Smoke, Jeff Spark, Josh Sanders, Tay, Mrs. Fields, and everybody else for your support system.
Hey, my nigga Smoke is the smallest, biggest nigga in New York.
Here we go, y'all.
Nah, Smoke is small in stature, but he's the biggest nigga in New York. That nigga Smoke be everywhere.
Nah, he do though. He's one of the fathers too that I look up to. It's you, him. Can't think of anybody else, but when it comes to especially when it comes to spending time with the kids, yeah, most definitely, man. He's definitely a hardworking man that's trying to provide for his family, man. Smoke, he definitely does that, but the support system with y'all is amazing, man. It's super amazing with y'all, man. But that's what that video was on Instagram. It was just basically me like, I'm tired of the shaking and faking. It's over. It's over. I put it out there like it's over for you lames, man. No more the shaking and faking, man. It's over, man. And it should never have to come to that, Free. But that's just what it is, man. It is what it is. You have to at some point fall back from people and just be like, you know what? Keep that. keep that you got going on, keep that over there. Keep that over there because I don't need it. And I'm fine. Because, people will come around you as if everything's okay.
Yeah.
And it's nothing to worry about, but you start to see it, right? And you go, that is faking at its finest. And if we allow it to continue, then whose fault is it? It's our fault because we allow it. We're being a part of it. And that's just something that we got to separate ourselves from. Because it's bad out here. And these YouTube streets is bad. A lot of homies ain't homies no more. Sometimes it was misunderstanding or words was exchanged. Or that person just telling you how they really been feeling about you. And I think that's scary, Free. I think that's super scary. That you have a fallout with somebody and then when shit hits the fan, you start finding out how they really felt about you. You're like, damn. That's how you feel? That's crazy. We could have had a conversation about that. And I had to find out this way.
Yeah.
Nasty work. Nasty work.
You're gonna have people that's gonna be jealous, gonna be envy, that's gonna talk about you for whatever reason they have. Whether it's a valid reason or it's an invalid reason, they're gonna do it. You just gotta
Yeah.
understand that it's gonna happen. Once you understand that it's gonna happen, whenever you hear somebody's talking about you, it ain't gonna matter to you.
Yeah.
It might hurt you, it might hurt you a little bit to hear who's talking about you, but at the end of the day, it really ain't gonna matter.
Yeah.
I done had some of my closest or who I thought were my closest friends talk about me or been jealous of me. And I mean, at the end of the day, I just say, okay, they jealous because I have something that they wish they have, or I'm doing something that they wish they could do. At the end of the day, it is what it is. It just make me go even harder, even more, because now I know that I'm doing something that other people wish they could do, or I have something that other people wish they had. Now it's just gonna make me go even harder because I know that I'm on the right path. Because whenever you got haters or you got people that's jealous of you, that means you're doing something right. If you don't have any haters, you don't have anybody that's envying you, you don't have anybody that's jealous of you, you got to take a look back at yourself and say, hold up, am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? Am I doing everything correct? Because there's not a single person that's successful, that's doing things the right way, that is making good in their life. There's not a single person that don't have somebody that's jealous of them, that hate them, or and I ain't gonna say hate them, but hating on them, or jealous of them, or envy of them. It's not a single person. You can name anybody in the world that you believe that is successful. I guarantee you, he has haters. He has people that's jealous of him. He has people that's envy him. Not a single person in the world that doesn't have it.
What's that song? It goes, if you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping. And I
Yeah,
remember listening to that song one day, and I was like, I didn't really listen to the lyrics, but I listened to that part where he's like, if you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping. And I'm like, I had to take the time to think about that. Like, oh shit, that actually makes sense.
yeah.
Actually makes sense.
I mean,
But then Free, you know
like I
what?
said,
But Free, you start to question yourself, and you go, you ask yourself, not that person, but you ask yourself, what are they hating on?
look at that, look at that, look at that.
What? Look
That's
at
the
what?
Baltimore Ravens stadium.
I can't see nothing. Your screen is black.
Oh, you can't see it. It's not black on my side. I show it this way.
No, it's still black. No matter what side you show it, it's still black on your screen. I thought you turned it off like
You
that.
can't see my screen.
I can't see your screen, period. I thought you did that.
Oh no. Oh, that it happened when I got a phone call. That's what happened. I got a phone
Oh
call
yeah,
and
I can't see
it
shit.
turned my screen off.
I thought you was doing something. That's why I thought it was like that.
Oh, I can see myself talking to you,
I know. I
and I
can
can
hear
see you,
you, and I can't
but
see
you
you.
can't see me.
It's doing that shit that it would do on Instagram. It's all right though. I ain't tripping. Long as I
No,
can hear you.
it's because I got a phone call. Somebody had called me, and it turned my camera off for whatever reason.
Oh, so you in B Mall.
Yeah, I'm in B-more right now. I just drove over the bridge to get into B-more. I'm in the city right now.
While you out there, why don't you stop at the Umpton Gym and tell Coach Calvin to holler at me?
Man, I'm not driving all the way over there. I don't even, to be honest with you, I ain't even gonna say I ain't driving all the way over there. I don't even know where the gym is actually at. I
You
never
don't know
been to that
the
gym.
Upton? You never been there? The Umpton? I ain't never been
No,
either.
I don't know.
I'm gonna go one
I,
day.
I,
I'm gonna go
I
one
don't
day
know if
next
it's on
year.
the east side, if it's on the west side. I don't know where it's at. Never been there a day in my life.
I'm gonna go there. It's probably gonna be some time. When I go there, it's gonna be some time. Probably next year. It ain't gonna happen now. Maybe because it's gonna be getting cold soon, and I ain't about to do all that shit. I'll go one time, next year or something, man. I don't know. I'm trying to think about what I want to do for my 43rd birthday, man. I don't know. I might take a trip somewhere out there. I might be working in the gym on my birthday. Might go get me a good old workout on my 43rd. Who knows, man?
I know. I'm supposed to be on for my 50th. I'm supposed to be going on a cruise. That's my plan. My plans is to take a cruise for
Take a
about
cruise.
for about 7 days. Supposed to take a cruise for about 7 days.
7 days.
Yep, 6
7 days.
nights and 7 days.
Man, you know damn well the grandchildren is not finna let you go that long.
Huh?
Dream ain't having that.
Ain't got no choice.
Dream ain't having that. I don't even know how you. Dream gonna say if I can't go, you can't go.
Nah, I'm going. I mean, it might not be 7 days. It might be 4 days. It all depends. But I know that's what me and my wife had planned on doing because neither one of
Yeah,
us
I would love to
actually
do.
been
I
on a
would love to do
cruise.
that with Tiff. I would love to be able to do that with her. Not to say I can't, but it's something that we got in the works. We just got to get financial out the way, and this is the reason why I was said
Yeah,
earlier. I don't have no time to be buying and supporting everybody else, putting money in their pocket, and shit. I'm over here trying to make $1 out of 15 damn cent. Like, no, we ain't doing that shit. So, um, and we're
you
lucky
better you better
men.
get a
But
bike, Clarence, and be like the bikers in New York and
shit,
be a delivery guy.
man, get the fuck out of here. I'm 42 years old. I ain't getting on nobody bike. I ain't getting on nobody bike. I'll get on a regular bike, but I ain't getting on nobody bike. Hell no. I know I got something
No,
cooking up right now.
I
That
ain't
I
say
got.
get on anybody's bike. I said get your own bike.
Hell no. I got something I'm about to go check out today. Anyway, I got some in the works, man. So hopefully it'll go good for me. After I end this live, I'm actually going to shoot over somewhere where I got some business that I'm about to
Man,
attend to. So
these
everything should
these
work
little
out for me.
Spanish dudes, these little Spanish dudes be all around DC riding scooters,
Oh man,
making
listen,
deliveries like a mother.
they be here too. They be here and they be them and the Africans, man, they get their money. I ain't gonna lie. So that's why when I look at a lot of these dudes that's from here, not just from New York, when I look at a lot of the dudes from here in America, I'm like, man, if y'all don't y'all got an excuse for everything. Y'all got an excuse for everything of why you can't get money. 50 Cent said it best. The only excuse for being broke is being in jail.
That's one thing I would say about the Latino community. Them niggas know how to grind.
They know how to grind.
When it,
And listen, I go to Home Depot. You know how I used to make a lot of my money? I used to go to the Home Depot and see if anybody need help. Painting their apartments, moving. That was a hustle for me. My man introduced me to that hustle, and I'm like, man, I'm not doing that dumb shit. I'm not about to stand out here all day asking people if they need help. Well, free, that was one of the best things I could have ever did. I landed me a gig. Just painting. When you see me do the thing with the raccoon, when y'all made that joke, that's how I got that gig. Until dude kept thinking I was gonna keep going up in the attic. I'm like, you out your mind, man. Get the fuck out of here. You ain't paying me nothing.
that damn raccoon said, "Look, you ain't gonna keep disturbing my." That damn raccoon went to swinging. Clarence was like, All you saw, all you saw was that nigga body half out of that damn attic, and his feet just dangling. I was dying. I was like this nigga hanging out the attic. All you see is that man little feet just dangling from the attic.
Yo, he thought I was gonna keep doing that shit. I was like, look, man, if you gonna fire me, you might as well. You gonna fire me, Duke. You just go ahead and do it now, cause I ain't going back in that attic. Straight
And
up,
then
now.
and then raccoon said, "Look, man, you come up here every goddamn day messing with me and my damn kids. We ain't bothering nobody."
Listen, I went up in that attic for probably about a week and couldn't find what he was looking for. And when we did finally find what he was looking for, I was like, yeah, homie, I'm not going up in there again.
Yeah, I ain't want no parts of that.
He didn't want no
Go ahead,
parts of
come
it because
on.
he really, yo, listen, he didn't really want no parts of it because he wasn't really trying to do it. He wanted somebody to do his dirty work, and I'm like, "What you paying me for it?" I said, "Man, I'm not doing that, man. You can go find you a sucker to do that." So after I left, I ended up landing another gig, and I remember seeing this Mexican dude that I'm cool with out there. He ends up grabbing him. I'm like, "Yeah, well, go ahead, grab him. He'll do it." Tell me why the same day he grabbed him, I seen the dude again later on that day because I had to go back to Home Depot to help somebody with something. And he's telling me, he said, "No, I can't do it. I can't do it. Too much, man. Too much going on up there." I said, "Look at that shit. Look at that." Now, you know when they say
Right.
no, and they don't say no to much. When they say no, it's a problem. I said, "Man, you tripping, and you ain't trying to pay nobody nothing." Yo, you know how much you got to pay somebody to do all that, man? Like, come on.
It's a nice chunk of change to do that.
Let me tell you something. What people don't realize in this country, not New York, not DC, not Maryland, not LA. What they don't know is get what you're worth, but just don't overprice yourself. Get what you're worth. That's why we can't take jobs no more in this country because we need a job. Because first of all, you got to be happy with what you do. You got to be satisfied. You got to want to get up and do it every day. Got to be. You know how many people in this world are doing something that they really don't want to do for a living because, oh, it's a pension, it's benefits. All right, well, that's cool, but is that what you really wanted to do? People look up stuff and they go, oh, I can get I can get this, I can get that. Yeah, this is the kind of job I need. But is that what you wanted to do though? You telling me that's the kind of job you need, but need and wanting is two different things. Do you want to do this for a living? Or are you just doing this for the benefits? Because I don't give a shit about that. I'm going to be honest with you. What are you benefiting from getting up going to a job that you ain't really happy with doing, that you're going to have an attitude about. Oh, God, I got 2 more years on this job. Thank God. Sense does that make? So just keep that in mind. We all have to do something for a living, and we can't just work to pay bills. We got to have fun. If you just working to pay bills, you're boring. If you telling me that you just work to pay bills, you are super boring. Because I'm not doing that shit for the rest of my life. The bills are going to get paid. We know that's got to get paid. The lights got to be on. Food has to be on the table. Yeah, we know that part. But if you ain't getting some kind of fun out of life, you're lame. I don't care what you tell me. You're lame. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. Yeah, you're not going to always go out to have fun. Sometimes you have to hold money in your pocket because there's things you have to do. Sometimes you have to sit home and bring the fun to you. Cool. But if you just not having no fun in life, period, and you just focus on being some workaholic, you could be a workaholic and have fun as long as you're doing what you like, what you love for a living. But if you just out there taking a regular 9 to 5 because, I need benefits and I need this, I need that, and my job is, that's cool if that's what you want to do. But if you know damn well that ain't what you want to do, don't sign up for it. Because once you sign up for it, now you can't complain about what comes with it because you signed up for it. So if not being a cop is for you, don't do it. If being a fireman is not for you, don't do it. If being a counselor is not for you, don't do it. Being a para or a teacher in the school is not for you, don't do it. Working with disabled kids, if it's not for you, don't do it. Don't just do it for the money. You got to do it for the love. This is what I love. This is what I always wanted to do. Not because, I get benefit. Y'all kill me with this benefit shit. Y'all kill me with the benefits, because let me tell you why you kill me with the benefits. And there's nothing wrong with benefits. A lot of y'all are not benefiting nothing from it. Because half of y'all don't want to do what you do for a living. So what benefit? What are you benefiting from it? We're not talking about their benefits. We're talking about yours. What are you benefiting from it? And then when you ask that question, well, the job, we're not talking about the job. What are you really benefiting from it? Is this what you really want to do? A lot of times y'all just want to do it because of what the job offer. No. Did you see yourself always doing this? Or when did you see yourself doing this? When you read what they could do for you and what they pay? Now, Free, if I'm saying something wrong, please stop me. I'm not insulting anybody, and I'm not making fun of what anybody's doing for a living. But I want you to answer this, Free, if this makes sense. When you look at benefits on a job, that's cool. But my question is, what is somebody benefiting from doing a job that they really don't want to do, but what they see what the job can offer, they want to do it, knowing that at any time they can quit this job?
Well, I mean, see that's the difference. You have jobs and you have careers. A
Yes,
job is doing something just to make some money. A career is doing something that you love. So a lot of people, um, they look at everything as a job. When you look at everything as a job, you're not gonna get any satisfaction out of it because it's just a job. When you look at something that is a career, this is something that you plan on spending the rest of your working days doing. It's a career. It's the same as anything else. You gotta put your heart and soul into it. If this is your career, you gotta give it 100%. If it's a job, yeah, you're gonna do it. You're gonna do it half-ass. You're not gonna give your all to a job. It's like unless you plan on being in corporate or moving up, you're not gonna give your all into McDonald's. That's not something that you plan on doing for a career. That's something that you're doing for a job. It's just to get you by until you find your career or till you find a better job. It's just to get you by. But when you have a career is something that you plan on spending and investing in and growing with the company, having a 401k and getting a retirement fund. That's what a career is. So if you look at every situation as just a job, you're never gonna have a career. You're never gonna have a
Yeah.
career. You're just gonna always have a job because that's what you look at. Oh, this is my job. This is my job. Well, are you ever gonna have a career?
Yeah. Um, and I look at people, a lot of these people, especially city jobs. I look at a lot of these people ain't happy with what they do. Some will tell you, I did it because my grandfather did it, then my father did it, so I wanted to make them proud of me, so I did it. And I'm like, but you didn't do it for you did it for them.
Right, right.
So are you really happy with what you do? Or do you doing it just because it runs in the family? Because some people do shit and don't want their parents to be disappointed in them. Remember, me and you just talked about that. Well,
Yeah,
how you not gonna want to go into the
and so,
NFL? You don't want to go into the
yeah.
NFL, but you want to be a police officer? Boy, if you don't get your ass out of here, you going to the NFL. What?
Look, I mean, and then some jobs can turn into a career. It can. You can
Yeah, of
you can
course.
say, look, I'm working at McDonald's, but I don't plan on being here long. And then next thing you know, you start getting promoted, and you like being a manager at McDonald's or moving up with the company. Next thing you know, you a district manager, you're a regional manager, you working at the corporate office. So it a job can turn into a career, but a job is just what it is. It's a job. It's something that you have
My,
to do right
my,
now. It's a
yeah,
job.
my,
A career is something that you do. It's something that you do long term. A job
yeah,
is something that you're doing right now. Like everybody has a job to do today. You have a job to do today. You wake up, clean your room, wash your face, whatever you do to get ready for the day. That was your job for the day, to get ready. Now you're going to your career. If you have a career, you're going to your career. But your job was to get up, wash your face, make your bed, clean your room, eat breakfast. Now you're heading to your career.
yeah, yeah.
So
I think people get the two mixed up. Um, and that's the problem. And when we go back
yeah,
to the
a lot of people
benefits,
get it.
when the job tells you what they offer and what they do, that be the only reason sometimes why people take the job. But then I go, you're taking the job for the wrong reasons because you're taking it for what they can do for you. No problem with that. But is that what you want to do? Because you know already how long you're gonna last at the job. For you got some people that be like, okay, I'm gonna get a couple pays and I'm gonna go. I had a friend who was a police officer. Now he knew damn well that's not what he wanted to do. But his dumb ass went and did it anyway, and it didn't last long for him. And I said, what was the point of doing that though? You knew that's not what you wanted to do. What you gonna do that for? Because what you saw that they could offer? Come on, bro. Y'all be having it backwards. Y'all got it backwards, man.
Yeah,
Can't do it. And when you get to a certain age, like we are, you can't be having 9, 10, 11, 12, 15 jobs. After a while, you get to a certain point. You got to stay with one job, man. You got to do something with it. If you can't
yeah,
do that, then you got to go work for yourself. But you can't be 20 years of your life, you didn't have 50 jobs, man. After a while, you got to keep the fuck still. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
See,
You got to keep
I
still.
like a lot of people when they hear all of the different jobs I had, they were like, "Damn, no, you ain't never stay at a job a long period of time." I said, y'all gotta
Me neither.
understand.
Me neither.
You gotta you
Me
gotta you
neither.
gotta understand. I started working at 14 years old. So when I started working at 14 years old, I was working summer jobs. That wasn't a
Yeah.
job that I was working and I was going to be there long term. Those was considered seasonal jobs. It was a summer
Yeah.
job. I got that because I was out of school and I wanted to make some money. I didn't want to just sit in the house or just sit around the neighborhood. I wanted to make some money. So I had a summer job. I started working at 14. So every summer I will get a job. It wasn't until I got out of the military that I started holding on to jobs much longer. Oh, I should say, it wasn't until I went to the military that I started holding on to jobs much longer. I started holding on to jobs for a year, 2 years. Then it went to me holding on to a job for 10 years, went to me holding on a job for 20 years. I didn't have multiple jobs at the same time. So when people hear, oh, damn, you worked at all these different jobs, damn, you ain't held nothing down. Nah, a lot of times I had one job that I was working at for a long period of time, but I had other part-time jobs to go with that job.
Yeah, yeah. Um, I know I've had a lot that I couldn't keep them or they couldn't keep me. It is what it is. I will not lie. Sometimes I might have brought it down to myself, but I know I got to a point where I go, okay, you're gonna have to find something to stay with, but you also gonna have to find something that makes you happy, that you feel good about getting up doing. Because there's a lot of miserable ass people all over the world that's getting up to go do something that they don't want to do, and they act like they being forced to stay there, to be there. Like you go to welfare, right? I don't know if you ever seen Freedom. People look miserable. Some fucking people are miserable, like somebody's making them work there. And I'm like, ain't nobody forcing you. You picked this job.
Well, a lot of times those guys, I mean those women and males that work at social service, a lot of those people got jobs through social
Yes,
services.
yes, yes.
So,
But nobody forced you to. You went for it.
well, not necessarily, because
What?
if they was getting a cash assistant, in order for you to get cash assistant, you gotta go out and look for a job and you gotta get a job. So
But you
they
didn't have to get. But you didn't
kind
have to
of
get. You
forced
didn't
you.
have to get that job. You could have had any
Not
job. You choose to be working with them. Nobody says if you want stamps, you got to work with us. You choose that. You
Yeah,
choose it.
I mean,
But you
I
can't.
mean, yeah, they 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 they, they
But you can't
choose it
have an
because
attitude. You can't have an attitude with the people who come in that's basically going through the same
I
damn
don't.
thing you
But
going
see,
through.
at the same time, I don't blame them for having an attitude. I don't blame them. I blame the management because you know that this person has an attitude, is not customer
Oh
friendly,
yeah,
but you
yeah,
still you still
yeah,
have them sitting up here dealing
yeah,
with individuals.
yeah,
That goes
yeah.
that goes back to management.
And it's controlling. A lot of them like being controlling too, because a lot of them ain't got no control at home with their husbands or their boyfriends. So that's the opportunity right there. To just because I had one lady, she wanted me to tell her something that wasn't true. She asked me something about a phone call, and I'm the type of person, I'm not gonna lie to you. If I didn't get a phone call for whatever reason, I might have missed it. I can't tell you I fake talk to somebody. And the lady would just dismiss me like crazy. And I'm like, yo, hold on, man. Where your supervisor at, lady? Because you gonna make me say something to you. And it's just crazy, man. A lot of y'all out there are not doing what y'all want to do for a living, and you take it out on the public. And for the bad management, like D Free said, because some of you people that's in management, y'all went through the same thing at one point where y'all was sitting in that seat and you upgrade. Like you said, Free, you might get ready to leave and then you don't know the position you get. Now you go from sitting in there helping people, customer service, to being a supervisor. And
Yeah,
you like,
I really believe a lot of those people are put in place to discourage the individuals from sitting up there.
of course,
They try to force people to go away,
of
because
course.
nobody wants to sit in front of a person that's being rude and disrespectful. So you're gonna get tired of sitting up there and dealing with these. You're like, man, fuck, I ain't got time to deal with this, and they
Of
leave.
course.
And I think a lot of those people are put in place on purpose.
Of course. It's all part of the system. And that's what people don't fail to realize is that you think you're only doing the system dirty work. Yeah, of course they put in place. I see it all the time, and that's why I'm be like, yeah, you know what? This ain't for me no more because I don't in real time and in real life I don't have the patience for the stupidity. And when you get to a certain
Now,
age, you've been dealing with it for so long. After a while, you're like, man, I ain't got time for this shit. Y'all can have this, and that's what they want you to do anyway. They want you to go away.
let's see that's the part of me being impatient. When people say, "Oh, you got a lot of patience," I do to a certain extent. There's certain things that I don't have patience for. I I don't have patience to sit in long lines and be waiting for a long period of time. I'm the type of person I want to get things done as soon as I can get them done. I'm not going to sit
Oh
here
yeah, you like
and
me?
wait
Yeah,
around
yeah,
and do all that. I like getting
yeah.
things done ASAP. Like I told you when you said, "Hey, the cookout going to start at 11 o'clock, but I'm gonna be up here at 7." I said, "Hey, I'm gonna be right up there with you." You were like, "Nah, Free, you ain't gonna be able to that."
Nah, I
No,
thought you was.
I'm
I
that
thought you
person. My
was.
wife would
I
tell
ain't
you.
gonna hold you though. I was like, yo, I told Tiff. I think that morning I got up, I said, man, D Free gonna talk about he gonna be up here early. I said, baby, I ain't even mad at him. He could stay his ass in that hotel and sleep, and then after 11 o'clock he could pull up. So when you pulled up, I'm like, oh shit. I'm looking at the time and I'm like, he the first person hit. This is, I mean, of course, Smoke was the first person dropping me off, and then he had to leave. But you was actually the first person there. That was mind blowing. I said, "Oh shit, he kept his word. He damn sure said he was gonna be up here, and he pulled up. That was mind blowing for me."
That's how I am. Like if I got somewhere to be, 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna be there early. I'm not gonna show up on time. I'm not gonna show up late. 9 times out of 10, if it be early, when it comes to my wife and all them, that they might be late because they have their own time that they run on or
Yeah,
whatever
yeah,
have you.
yeah,
They
yeah,
might be
yeah,
late, but when it's up to
yeah.
me, oh, I'm gonna be early.
Oh yeah, well, I'm like
I ain't,
that. I'm like that with Tiff. Me and her stay going back and forth about some shit, especially when it's time to go to this boxing. I'll be like, "Look now, damn
even
it, I need you to be."
even like when we go into the clubs. When I was young, we go to the clubs and we're like, yeah, we're going to the club, and I know the club open up at 9 o'clock. I'm like, dog, look, are we going? They were like, no, we're not going this damn early, dog. It's too early. Club don't start jumping until like around 12. I said, nigga, I'm not trying to be in the club all goddamn night. I'm trying to go have my fun
Oh
and
man,
go to hell
listen.
home.
That's like I told you about these baby showers. This is why I don't like to do baby showers. Because in my time coming up and when I was younger, I remember baby showers starting in the afternoon. Kids parties were starting in the afternoon. If you tell me something about a goddamn baby shower starting at night, I'm gonna be like, okay, let's go now. I don't care if ain't nobody there. Cause at a certain time when people start coming in, I'm getting the hell out of here. Ain't nobody waiting all damn night in no damn baby shower. Shit, how is it that a baby shower end at 12 midnight? When does baby shower start to end at 12 midnight? Are you kidding me? Hell no. We out of here. No, ma'am. No, sir. I ain't never understood that. Baby shower start at 6, 7 o'clock. Don't end at 12. Shit, not I. Not I. We out of there then. If this shit starts at 6 o'clock, probably about 7 we be there. I don't know. About the next 3 hours, my ass is ready to go. But yeah, as far as y'all doing something that y'all don't want to do for a living, y'all better straighten it up. Nobody told you I had to do it. Y'all do stuff like I said. Them benefits got y'all gassed. The benefits got y'all gassed. Y'all ain't lying to nobody but yourselves. Better start being truthful with yourselves about what you want to do for a living. If you are doing what you do for a living, cool. If it don't apply, let it fly. But there's a lot of y'all out there that ain't doing what y'all want to do for a living. You ain't about to convince me you are.
Yeah,
You're not. I see a lot of y'all faces in the
I'm not.
morning. Y'all
Yeah,
look
I'm not.
miserable.
I'm not one of those ones that's trying to be out there all late at night. I know trouble starts at night. I'm not trying to
Oh
be
yeah,
out there
yeah,
when the
yeah,
trouble gets
yeah, yeah,
started.
yeah, yeah.
I wanna be home chilling. I
I
rather
tell
I rather hear about it or see it trying to be in it.
I tell Tiff that all the time. I go, look, we're not kids. We're not in our damn 20s. Ain't nobody about to be out all freaking night. And if you want to, I'll come back for you. Because I'm the type, I'll go home. I'm not going to stay. And this is why I don't ever like going too far out my comfort zone. Because I'm the type free. I don't care what borough I'm in. I'll leave. If you want to play this type of game, if I have to stay here with you all night and be in an uncomfortable space, or I had enough fun and I'm ready to go, and you still trying to act like you okay, just know I'm gonna have an attitude on the whole way home till tomorrow. Because especially when you married, it ain't an I no more. So even when that other half say it's time to rock and roll, it's time to rock and roll. So when you
Right.
ain't ready to leave, I'll mess around and I'll leave your ass. And I don't want to do that because that makes me look bad. But yeah, I'm like you. There's certain things I don't do. And like I said, I know the troublemakers, they come out at a certain time, and I don't want to be there when they come out. I want to be gone. I want to be gone. I'm not that guy who wants to be in the club 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm not hanging out till 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Unless I'm coming from somewhere important, I'm not hanging out at 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. There's no need to. Because I know all the idiots are out at that time. Why I didn't go to the Labor Day parade? Because I knew all the idiots are gonna be out. And it's true. All the idiots is out. It is what it is. Smash my like button, y'all. Good morning. Welcome to the No Dead Zone podcast, aka Morning Chop Up, aka Home of the Real Conversations, aka Drama Free. We get it in over here. I will be back later on to talk some boxing talk. Um, Don't know who I'm going to bring up, so y'all gotta bear with me. We're gonna find somebody, not find somebody, but there's a lot of fights coming up. So I'll be back this afternoon. We're gonna get somebody that we can, talk boxing about. Um, I could go for the Fedora and Keith Thurman, but I'm gonna wait for that. I did the Stephen Fulton and Oshaki Foster. I did that one already, so um, we'll think of somebody else in that card. Maybe Shane Mosley Jr. We might get on him in his fight coming up. I'll think of something. I don't know exactly who I'm going to get. But good morning to everybody. Smash that like button, y'all. Even for the one person that's watching. Appreciate you. To have the 11 likes. My likes are getting more and more every day. And I love y'all and I appreciate y'all. And just know that while we having these different topics, this is what we do in the morning chop up. So sometimes on the morning chop ups, all the subjects and what we're talking about is going to change because this is a chop up. We just chopping it up. We don't necessarily even if we mention boxing on here, we're not gonna go through the whole day, the whole segment of talking about it. It's just a chop up. This is what we do. This is what we present. You know what I mean? For people who want to hear other things besides just boxing. Because some of y'all walk in here and then you walk out when you see it ain't about boxing. That just shows me how so much of y'all are spoiled off the strength of boxing. But it's all good. Smash that like button, y'all. And subscribe if you haven't. Share these videos out. Y'all gotta walk with me now. I gotta turn my camera off. Y'all gotta walk with me now. Now I gotta move around. Feeling a little hungry, so y'all gotta move around with me. My good people, happy Friday to y'all. Tomorrow, I will be in the Bronx, 1761 Walton Ave, grand opening of one of the baddest gyms in New York City. Shout out to Pat Russo, Dave, Nisa. I don't think she'll be there because I believe she has a fight, but shout out to her. Shout out to my brother Greg, Coach Greg, Salsa, Jimmy, all the fighters out there, the amateurs, the grand opening going down tomorrow in the BX, my barrel. Show up. Show up and show out. I told y'all I'm all about this amateur boxing, and I'll be there tomorrow getting me doing me a couple of I will be doing me some interviews. So y'all can bet your bottom dollar all that to expect to see me out there doing that. We're gonna definitely get that in for tomorrow. That's gonna be something major. I've been to a lot of grand openings. I've had the honor and pleasure of just being around some of the top fighters, the top coaches. And we need to be inspired to open up more gyms, not just in New York City, but in the world. We need it. And y'all look up, man. I need a couple sponsors out there, man. I know my 5-year plan was to open up a gym, but I might be thinking about doing that sooner, man. Might be sooner. Don't know, man. If I'm not working in a gym already. Far as me working in somebody else's, I don't know. We got to see how what plan God has for me, because my plan and his plan is two different plans. You know what I mean? He might not have nothing for me until, who knows, a year or two from now. So we'll see how all that works out. But tomorrow we will be in the BX. I believe I'm giving that address right. 1761 Walton Ave, BX. Come on out to see No Doug Zone, and not just to see me, but see some of the top amateurs in the city. I'm sure it just won't be cops and kids. It'll probably be people from other gyms. A lot of people can't make it tomorrow because they got fights tonight, tomorrow at Gleason's Gym. Shout out to all the amateurs that's going out there to perform today and tomorrow. And shout out to all the amateurs who's getting it in, period. Some of y'all be on the lookout for me. I'm gonna be coming into some of y'all DMs and hollering at y'all and getting y'all on the show eventually. I know it's back to school, so for some of y'all it'll be probably difficult, but we'll make it work the best way we can. And shout out to everybody who came through here. I know my brother Drew Titan is on right now. I'm going to be going over there. I'm just going to give myself another 2 minutes, make that second hour, and then I'm going to come back today at 6:05. And we'll get into that boxing talk at 6:05. I hope y'all really enjoy the morning chop-ups. I try to please people as much as I can when it comes to it. Oh, and that's 12 noon. 12 noon tomorrow for the grand opening for Cops and Kids. But of course, me being it's Saturday, I'll be out of here early. Know me. No Doug Zone always got to get there. What did D Free say? It's always timing. And I got to get somewhere. So I'll be there. So that's 12 noon for anybody who wants to come out. If you're in the New York area, New Jersey, Connecticut, So yeah, that's what it is. So yeah, I hope you guys have been enjoying the morning chop ups. I try to do my best ability, and I try to reach a lot of topics. Some people are gonna like it, some people not. It might sound like it's some hate. He sounds crazy. He sounds this. He sounds that. But believe me, there's absolutely no hate. I just try to talk about stuff that people just don't bring to the table, and we try to separate ourselves from this boxing talk. Sometimes you need a break from it, because y'all gonna kill yourselves when it comes to this boxing talk. Y'all gonna go crazy. Y'all gonna let boxing be the death of y'all, and when boxing's the death of y'all, the sport is not going to stop. It's going to continue while you out here in the nut house. I told y'all. No, you can't let it be the death of y'all. This is just something we supposed to talk about and enjoy. And until we do that, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. But I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Make sure that you stay tuned and continue to check in with the Morning Choppers. We'll be back later on this afternoon, 6:05, to talk some boxing. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. You know what it is. It's the No Doug Zone podcast. Let's go.